tune. In this room this evening, we've counted them up, and there are some 847 notes. The conduits for those notes are, of course, my very own, resting from their busy touring schedule, Rhythm and Blues Orchestra. And pitting their wits against those orchestra members, if you will, are our lovely contestants this week. First of all, we have Phil. You're from Manchester. You like mod music. You're a Capricorn. You're a man with a van.
I'm a man with a van, yeah.
What exactly is that van? I'm rather interested in light commercials.
It's a Transit.
That's quite interesting. They've been made for a long time, eh?
It's a blue one.
Do you know, in 1972, 90% of the crimes in Britain were committed in blue Ford Transits.
I was only 3.
Yeah. It wasn't an accusation, it was just an interesting fact about transits.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's probably no band in Britain that has not travelled in the back of a transit. And what record have you brought with you?
I've brought the worst piece of vinyl that's ever been made. It's by Les Kelly. Why Are We Waiting? He actually came into a pub where I was with a bag selling some joints of meat, some dishcloths and his own record. And I paid him £2 for it, and it is appalling.
I'd like to congratulate you on owning that record.
Right, thank you.
Thank
wonderful.
you. Phil Beckett, we're looking forward to you doing well this evening. Marvellous record. Rona Topaz, you're from New York.
That's right.
You like Divine Comedy, you're a Virgo. Mm-hmm. And what record have you brought with you?
This is a single from Absolute Beginners by Mr. Ray Davies, the godfather of Britpop.
Yes.
I did a course with him about 3 years ago, and I was really, really nervous, and we both have very strong personalities, so there was a bit of a, And I felt guilty about it for 3 years, and I sort of...
You over it now?
Yeah, very much so. He welcomed me with open arms. I saw him last week, and he literally pulled me out of a crowd and threw his arms around me.
Well, good for Ray.
Well, a wonderful man.
Wonderful man. He didn't have a pipe with him when you threw him off.
No,
It could have caused a lot of injury. Well, it's very nice to have you. Rona Topaz, welcome to the programme. Finally, Simon, you're from Sheffield. You like 80s rock, is that...
That's about right.
Narrowing things down a bit.
Yeah.
And you're a Capricorn.
Yes.
And what record have you brought with you today?
I bought this great record by Whitesnake.
What?
It's signed.
Oh,
thank you.
You're a Whitesnake fan. What
I
one
was
is
a
it?
Whitesnake fan.
Long Way From Home.
Yeah, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City is the one.
Right, the B-side.
Yeah, but it's a signed...
That's very nice.
David Coverdale.
And now, it says here that you can sing any song in a pub style.
I like to... Not every song, but I like to think...
Well, could you sing that one in a pub style for us?
Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City? Yeah.
Go on, give us a quick go
It's
then.
an accompaniment.
I don't think they know it.
Right. Ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Very good. I think that's very good. Simon Bingley, welcome. Good luck. Yeah, really. So, now all you have to do is recognise these tunes. Phil, this first one is for you. Phil, can you name that tune?
That's Message to You, Rudy by the Specials.
That's exactly correct. And who in my band played on that very record?
Rico.
Rico Rodriguez is the correct answer. This next song is for you, Rona.
Sorted for Ease and Whiz by Pulp.
Exactly the correct answer. Very well done. Next one's for you, Simon.
Need You Tonight, In Excess.
Correct. So So, for this next round, you'll need to have your thumbs out of your pockets ready to go on the buzzers. And this might be of particular interest to you, Phil. It's about trains. It's all about trains. I say that because I think an interest in light commercial vehicles can often be linked, in a healthy way, to an interest in railways. So, anyway, it's about trains. If you spot one of the tunes, buzz away.
Love Train.
How did you know that? That's amazing. Simon, that is the correct answer. Let's just hear. It was Love Train. How did you know that? Amazing. Well, okay. Which pop star is loved by children all over the world as the voice of Thomas the Tank Engine?
Ringo Starr.
Oh, the correct answer once again. As I said the other day, the only Beatle who isn't a saint, because it's St George, St Paul, St John, no St Ringo. I think we should change that, don't you? Okay, fingers on buzzers, here we go again.
The Locomotion.
It's the correct answer, Phil. A little tribute to transport this round. In fact, this whole game is... now, for your bonus question, Little Eva had the original hit with Locomotion. It was subsequently a hit for which star?
Kylie.
Exactly right. It's exactly the right answer we were looking for. Just out of interest, this isn't a bonus point. Do you know what LNER stands for?
London North-Eastern Railways.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. You and I are going to get on well. Right, let's have another tune, please. Phil.
Trains and Boats and Planes.
Is exactly the right answer. Iggy Pop's Lust for Life features in which railroad-related movie?
Trainspotting.
Is the correct answer. Beautifully said as well. You didn't tell us I could do voices as well. Man with a van and a voice. Well, at the end of those sort of rounds, Rona only has 10, Phil has 60, and Simon has 40. And I'm afraid at the end of this next round, one of you is going to be history and have to go off with the one with the lowest score. The theme of this next round is violence. Not violence like you'd have with strings, but actual sort of, violence. Sorry, I just tried to make it clear to the contestants, that's all what it's about. So, buzz when you recognise that tune. Thank you. Actually, that's good, because we didn't know any more of it than that.
Backstabber OJs.
Exactly right. So, Phil, for a bonus point, this round about violence, can you tell me who had a hit with Psycho Killer?
Talking Heads.
Correct. Let's have another tune.
I Shot the Sheriff.
Let's hear if you were right or not. And recently Warren G have both covered this hit, but which legend was it written by?
Bob Marley.
That's the correct answer. So, one more song in this round about bashings.
Killing Me Softly
is the correct answer. Fugees had a recent hit with the Roberta Flack, with that Roberta Flack tune, but which Bob Marley cover was also a hit for them?
That was No Woman, No Cry.
Correct. So now, although you answered well there, I'm afraid at the end of that round somebody must go, and Rona, you only have 30 points, Simon has 60, and Phil has 80, so I'm afraid, Rona, you must leave us. But not empty-handed. We have this lovely T-shirt, signed by the whole band, as a lovely memory of the day.
Aww.
Rona, thank you for joining us. We will be returning after this commercial interlude to find out who is this week's monarch of the melody. Welcome back. Only 2 contestants remain in our battle to discover this week's monarch of the melody. They now have to gamble up to 7 notes on the identity of a mystery tune. If they're wrong, their opponent gets the point. The first to 3 points wins. Here's the first clue. A cover of this Kinks tune was a recent chart hit. Phil, how many notes can you name that tune in?
I'll name that tune in 6.
I'll name that tune in 1.
There you go. Name that tune.
Waterloo Sunset.
No, I'm afraid it wasn't. So, I'm afraid it wasn't, so Phil gets the point. It was... Days, there you are, you see. This next tune was a big hit for Tina Turner. Simon, how many notes can you name that tune in?
I'll name that tune in 6.
I'll name that tune in 5.
Name that tune.
John?
Not Bush City Limits.
No,
Not Bush City Limits.
I'm afraid it wasn't. It was What's Love Got to Do With It, and here was how the verse went. So that's 1-1 by default, really. So this next tune was a Supremes hit. How many notes, Phil, could you name this in?
I can name that tune in 7.
I can name that tune in 6.
I'll name that tune in 5.
I'll name that tune in 4.
Name that tune.
Baby Love.
So, Simon only needs one to win. This next tune was a deep-voiced novelty hit. Simon, how many notes can you name that tune in?
I'll name that tune in 7.
I'll name that tune in 6.
I'll name that tune in 5.
I'll name that tune in 4.
Name that tune.
Good tactic. Will it pay off? Let's see.
Billy Eckstein. Don't know.
No, I'm sorry. It was. Simon, congratulations, you're our monarch of the melody this week. I'm afraid, Phil, that you weren't to win, but never mind. We've got you this beautiful T-shirt, which the whole band have signed, and also a bag, which includes our CD and a copy of Historic Commercials News for us to share and enjoy.
Brilliant.
Well done, Simon. You did very, very well. Well done, Phil. Well done, Phil. Simon, I'd like to congratulate you on behalf of the entire British nation because you are this week's monarch of the melody. If you can't step that way into my private chambers, you will be derobed. You will be robed. Face your loyal subjects, the band. Now all you have to do is pick members of the band, and they might have fantastic gifts that you can keep if you can identify the tunes. Pick any member of the band you wish.
The drummer.
Mr. Gilson-Lavis?
These are the tools of my day job, of course.
There we are. These are in fact things bought personally from his own hardware store in Rill. No, you can't have it. You can have it if you can name the tune. Oh, and it's me. I've got to go to the piano. So I'm going to put those there for a moment. And I'm going to go to the piano. Can you recognise this tune? Coming to
Lady Madonna.
is the correct answer. Merely part of the nobility compared to yourself, who is, of course, the monarch with the bucket. Pick another member of the orchestra.
Rico.
Reese?
Yeah,
Hey, good luck. These cabbages from Rico's garden, might I add, these cabbages from Rico's garden could be yours if you can name this tune. Could you have recognised from that drum part alone that it was Superstition by Stevie Wonder?
Possibly.
Is the correct answer.
Thank you.
Cabbages are for you. There's one more. I wanted you to know that we weren't going to have them for our tea, so you're quite safe. Now, one more member of the group, please.
Gentleman at the end.
Paul Bartholomew on the baritone saxophone.
Fabulous mini jukebox.
From your home.
Absolutely.
From your collection of miniature things.
Yes,
Because you've got little people and everything, haven't you, in there? Whole little world. But we'll be seeing that later in the programme, in later series. Perfect jukebox that's also a clock could be yours if you can name this rather annoying tune.
One of my favourites. Macarena.
Can you do it in a pub style?
No.
Right, correct. It's the correct answer. Here is the jukebox. And that means we'll also get this week's real star prize. David, could you tell us what it is?
Certainly. It's a complimentary meal for two at Bill Wyman's Sticky Fingers restaurant in Manchester.
Thank you very much.
decided you couldn't take it.
Would you like to go with him?
Certainly.
Okay, well, David, if you haven't got anybody to say, Dave's happy to go with you, right? So, next time you're in Manchester, you'll be dining with Bill Wyman.
Okay.
So now, if I'd like you to sit in your regal throne over there, I'll be properly in front. Thank you very much, and we'll leave you with this song of ours. I'll see you next week.
More music, mirth, and another monarch with Name That Tune at the same time next Friday. Swing it, boys.
Special birthday. Now, it's hard to imagine that the humble vinyl disc has reached the grand old age of 50.
Yes, it has indeed. In an era of CDs, mini discs and videos, they are still holding their own. Now, one of my most treasured possessions actually is an album that took me 3 years to try and track down. You've got to think about vinyl as well, haven't you?
I have, because I don't think Mudslide Slim would sound the same without all the scratches and all the quiet bits.
Well, it does seem to a lot of us that there are loads of fans of vinyl out there, as Trevor Ward has been finding out.
It's 50 years ago since Columbia Records unveiled the world's first ever 33 1/3 RPM long-playing vinyl record. Then, this was the tune that rocked the house. Since then, vinyl's fortunes have been up and down. The CD hasn't quite killed it off, but sales figures for last year show it barely made a dent in the market. However, the value of vinyl LPs sold last year was up on the previous years. Are they becoming trendy again?
Vinyl is definitely trendy at the moment, and there's a lot of people that are involved in the music business and industry and are artists that appreciate vinyl and prefer to use it.
When the Gallagher brothers boast about their 12 inches, they're talking about the size of their records. Oasis released 20,000 vinyl copies of their last album, Be Here Now, and will release the same amount when their new album, The B-Sides, comes out later this year. Meanwhile, new Manchester band Pure Essence are also aware of the vinyl solution. Their second album is released next month, and 5,000 vinyl copies are being pressed.
People actually want it. You know, we will sell those 5,000 records easily. I mean, people that buy the CD will buy the album as well. You know, for many reasons, like I said before, about, you know, the artwork being larger than life and stuff. And if there's a demand, we're going to give it to people.
club DJs are partly responsible for vinyl's popularity. You simply can't match the beats on 2 CDs as accurately as you can with 2 pieces of vinyl.
It sounds better, feels better, it's more sensual. When you're DJing in a club with it, you can tell where you're up to, you can see the tracks. CD compared to records are like your mum's home cooking compared to microwave TV dinners. That's it.
And of course, there's the collector's market. And this place in Manchester is the largest stockist of second-hand vinyl outside of London.
A lot of collectors of older music prefer vinyl because it sounds more authentic. They've grown up with it, and you can actually, I think personally, you can hear the music better on vinyl. And even if it's slightly crackly or even scratched, it still sounds authentic. And you can sometimes remember how you made the scratch anyway.
Nice one, Trevor. Now, before we go, here are the main regional and national headlines for you tonight. A man dies in Liverpool after